Hey guys, naMehTnoJ here for our Who is Better segment, so let's get to it. It's Caius the Shadow Monarch versus Raiza, the Store Monarch. I'll explain what they are, their properties, and what they can do. Caius Shadow Monarch, Dark Attribute, level 6, 2400 attack, 1000 defense, and Fiend type. When this card is Tribute Summoned, yes, Tribute Summoned, remove and play one card on the field. If it was a Dark Monster card, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. So pretty good. It gets rid of your opponent, gets rid of your problem. And if it's a dark monster, you can burn your opponent. So it's pretty nice. Raiza, the Store Monarch, win attribute, 2400 attack, 1000 defense, same as Caius, believe it or not. And he's Winged Beast. When this card is Tribute Summoned, you turn one card on the field to the top of your owner's deck. So just give your opponent's problem then. Right. So, just to let you know that these Monarchs, all of them except for Raiza and Mobius, all their effects are mandatory. So, if you were to, on the summon of these, say, I play Bottomless Trap Pull, their effects are still going to go off because they're mandatory. So, the only way to stop them is actually to negate their effects, or negate their summon and their effects. So, that's the only way. This does not negate the summon, it just gets rid of the summon. There's a difference, so just remember that. Now, cards that make Monarchs good or help them or whatever are cards like Brain Control, take opponent's monster, tribute it, or attack with the monster, then tribute it, so, use your opponent's resources. Soul Exchange, same thing as Brain Control, except for the monster stays on their side of the field and you can't obviously attack with it because Soul Exchange says when you activate this card, same turn, you cannot attack, so just remember that. Now, Monarchs need monsters to be for them to be summoned, because you want their effects to go off. So, by doing so, you need cards that either stay in the field for you to be able to summon these guys. Cards would be like Spirit Reaper. It stays on the field unless otherwise. So, that's the nice part. And you'll stay in the field long enough for you to summon one of these guys. So, Level Eater. Now, the reason why this guy is good is because you can reduce one monster on your side of the field that's level 5 or higher by 1 level to special summon this guy from your graveyard. Now the sad part is this card cannot be tributed except for a tribute summon, which is not going to hamper your deck if you're playing Monarchs, but you can't use them for anything other than that, sadly, or synchro summons. So you can do that twice on each Monarch, except for Zaborg, because he's level 5. So you can get 2 more Monarch summons just off of having a Level Eater and another Monarch on the field. So, really great. Also, Treeburn Frog. You're going to see this guy in pretty much any Monarch build except for remove from play, Monarch builds. So other than that, you're going to see him pretty much in any build, just because if you have no back row cards, including a field spell, you can summon this guy from your graveyard during each of your standby phases, which is a little different from Level Eater, because the only difference between these two is that you can have spell cards. This one you can't have any in your back row. This you have to have level 5 or higher monster, while this doesn't say so. But they're still both great because they are pretty much constant tribute fodder. So another great card is Dandelion. Reason why is because he creates tokens that can be used for the summon of the Monarchs. The only thing is that the same turn that the tokens are summoned, they cannot be tribute summoned. So you have to be careful. So your main idea would be just to set it and have your opponent usually attack into it and hopefully no other of your tokens. And then next turn summon a Monarch, get rid of their card, and then attack at them if you can. Also, another great card you're pretty much always going to see in Monarchs until this card's banned is Cyber Dragon, just because of the visibility to special summon himself for free and follow up with the Monarch next turn is great, just because you can summon, either bait their Bottomless or follow up with a Monarch, get rid of the card on their side of the field or hand, and pretty much just gain advantage. So another reason why these guys are praised so much, these two in particular, is that because they do not conflict with cards that say will negate this such and such and then destroy it, is because they remove or bounce the card back to the deck. The reason why is because Stardust Dragon would otherwise kill him, but you don't, because this one spins it back to the top of the deck, this one removes it. Hence why Stardust Dragon is helpless against either of these two. Now cards that would really slow these guys down are Mask of Restrict. This one really kills Monarch decks because they cannot be tribute summoned nor anything else. So you already kill them when you use that, or kill them or kill their effects when they're summoned, like Skill Drain or Plasma, because their effects won't be able to resolve. Royal Oppression, stop the monsters that they were going to tribute summon to be kill the monsters that were going to help summon the Monarchs. So Royal Oppression really kills them as well, if you kill the monsters that they're going to be used for themselves. Rivalry of the Warlords, the reason why this is so kind of great against Monarchs is that since pretty much unless you're using 3 copies of one, you're not going to be able to reuse them because it even stops the summon of new monsters, so you gotta watch out. Or cards that kill them when they're summoned, like Pulling the Rug, or kill their effects with Divine Wrath, or kill them all together with Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment will actually stop the summon and just neutralize them in their path. Pulling Rug's a little bit better though, in a certain degree, just because you can just nerf them altogether. So, and gadgets as well, because this actually stops gadgets. So, that's pretty much it, guys, for this Who's Better segment. Now, if I were to vote, now, of course, your choice is to choose which one you'd rather use in a deck. Mine is Caius, just because you get rid of the problem. You're not stopping the inevitable. So, to me, Caius is better, and just does everything else that you couldn't with other Monarchs. So that's pretty much it, guys, and peace out.